Everyone is required to take science.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Seamster, and I'm here to do an interview for Khloei. So let's see. Question number 1 is, why did you want to teach science? I have studied science pretty much my entire life. I love science. It's everywhere I look. It's just a part of how my brain works. It's what I see everywhere. And one of the things that I love the most about science is the teaching of critical thinking skills. It's evaluating, it's looking in depth, and it's coming to a conclusion based on critical thinking. So I really wanted to teach students how to do that, and I wanted to teach students that science can be really fun. Science is awesome. I love science. Okay, what's my favorite science subject to teach and why? That's a really tough one. Every time we start a new unit, I'm like, this is one of my favorites to teach. So I would have to say all of them are one of my favorites. I think it's all such neat stuff, and I can relate almost every single thing that we learn about to what is happening in your everyday life. And so it's very exciting for me every time we come up on a new unit. We're currently looking at genetics, and we're looking at in depth at DNA and its structure and function. And I really like that. I'm a microbiologist, so I did a lot of looking at DNA and how it works. So I would have to say at the current moment, my favorite subject is DNA. What are some challenges during online learning? So 8th grade science in particular is very physical. It's very hands-on. And online learning, we haven't been able to do a lot of those labs and a lot of those exploratory learning projects. So that's been very challenging. Have I taught any other subjects? If so, what? I am currently teaching a STEM problem-solving course. I've never taught that before. I taught it last semester, and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's been a challenge, but it's also been a lot of fun. What are good things about online learning? Good things about online learning, we're able to do it. If this had happened even 30 years ago, we wouldn't have really been able to conduct school the way we're conducting it. So we live in a time where we're able to do online schooling. We're still able to do this. So I'd say that's a positive thing. It gives students and teachers an opportunity to still interact with one another. It's not ideal, but we're still getting that connection. We're still getting that interaction. So I'd say that's a very positive thing that's come out of online learning. And I would say it's shown all of us how to persevere and how to make the best of our situation.
The 8th grade science teachers are Miss Seamster and Mr. Sadlecki.
My name is Karis Quinones. I'm in 7th grade and I'm doing an interview for Bianca. The first question is, how do you feel about not being able to do hands-on activities for science? I think that not being able to do hands-on labs makes science less fun, but it's okay because we still get to learn about the subject. The second question is, what topic do you like about science the most? Astronomy is my favorite topic in science because I like learning about space. The third question is, what do you think is the hardest topic for science to learn and understand? I think the hardest topic is biology because I don't find it as interesting as a lot of other topics. The last question is, how are you learning science now in COVID? I'm learning science mostly through Google Slides and other online labs.
Science is the study of nature and behavior of natural things and the knowledge about we obtain about them.
Okay, a couple questions for Hayley. So her first one was, why did I want to become a science teacher? I've always liked science. That was what my degree is in. And I decided at one point that I wanted to try to get other students excited about it. I feel like there's a lot of issues on our planet that can be solved if students really learn about science and really start to care about it. So that's been my overall goal. Her second question is about where I've taught and how long. I've been at Madison this is my 6th year of Madison, and this is the only school that I've taught at. Her third question was about how online learning is different this year. The hardest thing about it this year has just been getting students to focus. It's a lot harder when they have so many distractions around them. And then just creating it's harder to create excitement when you're not in the classroom, when you're not doing hands-on labs. So that's been kind of the most challenging thing for me this year. My favorite science topic is biology. I love animals. I love learning about competition, evolution, how they have to survive, what they have to do to survive, different traits like that. So really just the whole topic of biology and in relation to animals. Her fifth question is, what's the hardest thing to teach? I would say the hardest thing to teach is probably the thing that I like the least, right? It's hard to get students to be interested in something when you have a hard time being interested in it. I would say overall I like all of it, but atoms are probably my least favorite thing. So it's the hardest thing for me to teach.
Thanks for watching.